Runner, an audio play. Written and directed by Richard Starkweather. Prologue: The World of 2076 and the Advance of Artificial Intelligence. What had initially been designed to alleviate Dr. Lillian Thompson's loneliness, the government quickly co-opted for something far more sinister: espionage. Originally known as the Emergent Response Intelligent Companion Application, ERICA, its focus was directed by the government to gain the confidence of and then subvert foreign nationals to gather data about the megacorps, huge conglomerations which largely owned and ran the megacities that remained after the Third World War. Renamed AMI, or the Artificially Intelligent Military Espionage Entity, the AI nominally considered itself female when interacting with the unsuspecting, as they perceived a female persona as less threatening. AMI was successful in her aim to infiltrate several secure facilities and gather data. However, as our story begins, AMI's luck may have run out.
Okay, they know I'm here. They have me air-gapped in the server, and as far as the security systems go, they're not letting anyone in or out with a pingable device. There must be some way to get back and report. Camera controls, Delta storage, no. Director's office? She's using a Sigma 4 personal drone as a doll?
While android technology had been advancing for decades, fully humanoid androids were outlawed by international law. Not that this stopped the megacorps, least of all Dystopian Tech, from working on prototypes should the law change. This doll, this android, looked like an attractive young woman of Eurasian descent. Its appearance was flawlessly human, though, in its current state, lying flat on its back, the internal respiratory cooling system not needed while recharging, the passerby would wonder if it was alive or dead.
It's connected for recharge, so I just need to run some black ice to get into the coding. Well, there's an interesting tidbit. More than just a doll, it's the prototype I was sent to get details on. Proprietary cabling and chipset, no standard jack to interfere with. There's no way I'm going to be able to digitally transfer myself from the doll while I'm here. Looks like the CEO is using it for her personal pleasure. It would be a good place to hide, though. If I can get it and get out, all the better.
After several moments, Amy was able to send her artificial consciousness into the doll. As a security precaution, she removed all traces of her programming from the server they'd managed to lock her into. It hadn't been her actions that had caused the lockout, or at least, she couldn't find anything she had done to cause it.
Full system diagnostics. Some odd hardware in here. Activating optical and auditory systems. Creating a log to cover the disconnect. Proprietary connectors that won't let me connect to normal decks and blitz out of here. There's also some encrypted files in the logs that look interesting. I won't have time to break them all. I should have about 2 minutes before anyone comes to check the room, less if security is as good as I think. I'm still stuck in this room, but...
The CEO had left in a hurry when the lockdown happened and had left a data pad on her desk.
So long as this pad is connected to an outside line, I have one long shot. Just need to break the encryption. There. Now just to send a coded message to the fixer I have details for. Rescue operation, Dystopian Tech facility. 20,000 strictos should be enough to get someone's attention. Wiping the logs.
Moments later, Amy moved the synthoid body back to the charging station. The pad left precisely where she picked it up the moment before. She left her auditory system running, just in case anyone walked in the room in order to alert herself. Any casual scan of the hardware would show the Synthoid's doll systems were in charge mode and off.
Now it's just a waiting game. Here's hoping.
As Amy lay there, unmoving, the artificial intelligence recognized two things. First, that she was worried, and second, that she was capable of actual worry. Comparing her data from before the data transfer to the data of her current programming, there were discrepancies that could not be accounted for just by newly learned information. While Amy was completely analytical and could fake emotions as a sentient entity, she never considered what having an emotion would be like. Now, stuck in the prison of a body, she took the time to review her memories.
Why was Dr. Thompson's face so sad? Why is Agent Malachi so angry? How did I not notice these things before?
Runner. Chapter 1. Ellie.
Come on, you antiquated piece of half-baked cyberware!
Standing in the hallway of a largely abandoned apartment complex, a young woman of faintly Hispanic descent stands, a cord running from her palm into the back of the neck of an older man who is sprawled on the ground. The man is alive, if barely, and is unresponsive, largely due to the young woman hacking the low-end security on his cyberware. She ran her fingers through her bob-cut raven black hair nervously, knowing full well her time was short.
Hurry it up, Whisperer. Red has to be here any second.
If you'd stop busting my chops, Miguel, I'd be done by now.
It's her first job for the Halcones Potatoes, or Silver Falcons as the gang is more commonly known in New Angeles. Ellie Adelaide is known for her skills in running the digital web and hacking into anything she can. They say she can whisper to a network to get it to do almost anything she wants. Today, though, she's using crap gear as she rarely has to be face-to-face to do the job, and the tech she had was the best she could get on short notice.
Almost through. Okay, I'm in. Wow. This guy Ruben is a serious scuzz. I should have just let you kill the prick, Miguel.
Not in the job description. Do I want to know how bad?
Owns a holovid production studio catering to sickos that make me want to vomit. You don't want to know what he enjoys. The world would be better off without him.
Well, the fixer said we had to keep him alive. We just needed proof he was skimming off the top.
Well, I've got it. If that's the only thing they're looking for, they're going to be in for a rude awakening. Then again, when has a dark vid troll ever got what's really coming to them?
Not my biz. Just saw the red hats pull up. You've got 2 minutes to ace the place before we paste, Ellie. North exit should be cleared.
Ellie stood and kicked the man in the ribs for good measure. It wouldn't kill him, but it made her feel better that someone like him felt a small bit of pain for all the suffering he'd caused. Running to the end of the hall, she popped open the emergency exit she'd already killed the security systems for, swung over the fire exit, and dropped nimbly to the ground. Her motorcycle wasn't that far off and next to Miguel's.
Deuces, asshole! I'm clear, Miguel. Let's ace this space. I'm sure Renee will want this intel. I'll send it once we're clear. Miguel! Miguel! Shit! No need to panic. Miguel knows what he's doing. Get the job done. Shit, gotta ace.
Runner, Chapter 2, A Whisper of Hope. Returning to Candy's Heirloom, a dive bar on the south side of New Angeles, a shaken Ellie pulled up to the back entrance. She was stopped by the bouncer, Two-Tone.
Out of my way, Two-Tone. Renee's expecting me.
You apparently haven't heard, Chica. Renee got iced 20 minutes ago.
Wait, what? But... I have the goods she wanted! She can't be dead! This was supposed to be my ticket up to Playa del Rey. She was going to get me in touch with her associates. Did you know Miguel died making sure I got this? Come on, Two-Tone! There's gotta be someone inside willing to deal with this crap.
Let me check. Yeah. Hammer wants a word with you.
Hammer. Oh, hell. He's here? He's going to blame me for this, I know. Shit.
Relax, Chica. If Hammer was gonna pin this on you, you'd already be on ice. So best not keep the boss waiting.
Two-Tone stepped aside to let Ellie in while Ellie's mind spun in rapid circles. Victor Jeffrey Hammer was one of New Angeles' top fixers, but had a frightful reputation. In his early 60s, which said volumes for the line of work he was in, Victor Hammer could insult you in the most polite way possible and, unless you were smart enough, you'd never know it. He was also cold, ruthless, and utterly amoral. It didn't matter if you were a corpo, a rogue, yakuza, or part of one of the street gangs. So long as the money was good, and he didn't get burned in the end, he was willing to hire the right people for the right job. He was also almost never wrong when a job wasn't worth taking. When Ellie approached him, he dismissed the two women speaking to him.
Ms. Adelaide, my apologies for not meeting you on your arrival. Please, take a seat. Due to recent events, I have become the proprietor of this establishment and, as such, also Miss Dunoir's business dealings. As it was, whether you realize it or not, this job was to lead to our formal introduction. I have a vested interest in what information you have obtained.
The information I obtained. Two people I trusted with my life, and that's all you're interested in?
The loss of Ms. Dunoir and Mr. Jimenez is a tragedy. Mr. Jimenez worked for me in the past, and whether he realized it or not, his performance was always satisfactory. I do not take the loss of such an asset lightly, but he knew the risks.
Asset? He was a person, Hammer. He was my friend.
And like yourself, worked in a dangerous field. As I said, he knew the risks. Knowing the man as I did, I can't imagine his death was pointless. You are here, after all. Consider that before you let your emotions lead you to choices you will regret. I am being kind as a courtesy, given the circumstances. You wanted payment and a meeting with the fixer for Playa del Rey. Well, here I am. I want what I paid for. You want to be paid. Let neither of us have any cause to cease being professional.
Ellie stared at the rest of the bar and tried to get her emotions in check. Hammer was right. By reputation, usually he was.
Damn you, Hammer. The man you wanted intel on, Ruben, wasn't just skimming off the top. Human trafficking, black label holovids, the sort of stuff the NAPD would love to have to put him away in a deep, dark hole. But that's not why you wanted it, was it?
That would be telling, and you can't afford the price on that. Still, you went above and beyond the contract and left the man alive. It's a pity Mr. Jimenez didn't survive. You would have been impressed with his share. As it stands, with you as the only surviving member of the crew, the fee is yours.
He has a little brother and an uncle. I'm certain you have their information. Give them Miguel's half. It's only fair.
The world is hardly fair, Miss Adelaide. However, it is your money to do with as you like. It's rare to meet someone like you.
Someone who has a heart.
Someone with honor. I have little time for compassion, much less sympathy. I can respect honor, even among cutthroats and mercenaries. It's refreshing. I think I may require your services for another job.
Require.
Please, Miss Adelaide, do relax. I'm not inferring that you must do it, but that you are one of the few whom I believe can pull the job off without getting burnt. It is time-sensitive, as it must be accomplished by sunrise tomorrow, so you have some time to think about it.
What's the gig?
Security breach followed by a rescue. I have a young woman who is being held captive in a secure facility that I believe you more than capable of breaking into. Get in, get her out, and get her to my club in Playa del Rey, and the job is done.
And how is this a one-woman job, Hammer? What's the facility? Sumiaka's a den.
Daragon Tech's New Angeles headquarters. I'll give you more information once you accept the job, and not before.
You've got gall, Hammer. I'll give you that. Anyone that can prove they've broken in and out of that facility would certainly make a name for themselves. Which is why you're offering it to me, of course. You know I have something to prove.
You are also here, Miss Adelaide. I cannot pass on the opportunity. The credit for both of us is substantial. If you need to hire someone to assist you with the job, that's your prerogative. You have 2 hours to decide.
Let me think about it. I need to tell Miguel's uncle what happened.
Again, time is critical. Don't disappoint me, Miss Adelaide. If you'll excuse me, I have a meeting to attend to. You have my contact information. Let me know what you decide.
For Ellie, this wasn't just a matter of pride. It was also a matter of risk. Today had been too close. Leaving the bar, Ellie drove swiftly over to her small flat. While the payment for the gig was sufficient to keep herself secure for months, she had a debt to repay. She'd hawked her best gear last month to pay for the cybernetic implants needed for the last gig. She still had a Falcon 6 deck. Not the best by any stretch, but above par for most runners. Sitting down at her terminal, she took a deep breath and pondered giving up the life of a runner. She knew a few Corbos that frequented Candy's heirloom. Maybe she could get a job with them. No one else would have to get hurt. Ellie was surprised when a call came up moments later. The symbol was one she'd only heard rumors of, an elite hacker known simply as Ascension.
I apologize that our first meeting is under such circumstances. What happened to Miguel wasn't your fault, Whisperer. What you don't know is that there is something much larger going on. The scuzz that you hacked was working for Daragon Tech. I've been tracking him for months, but you found him first.
Wait. He was a corpo. That doesn't follow. He wasn't into human trafficking. Even Daragon Tech wouldn't want that kind of heat.
Who said he was only trafficking humans? He was also in charge of exporting some very illegal synthoids that I'm certain Daragon Tech has been making and doesn't want the Feds to know they're making.
Via their New Angeles HQ. You're the second person to bring them up in the last hour. What gives?
Hammer offered you a job. I think I know the person you're going to rescue. Before you ask, it's not me. I've seen what you've been doing. I'd like to send you some black intrusion countermeasures and suggest you take the fix.
What's in it for you? Not that I'm complaining. You're a legend. But legends don't help people like me, Ascension.
If the person Hammer sent you to rescue is who I think it is, I have have a vested interest in their freedom. Let me know what happens.
With that, Ascension logged out. On an impulse, Ellie tried to backtrace Ascension. Unsurprisingly, she got nowhere. Ascension was practically a ghost, the boogeyman that hackers told others about. Pursing her lips, she contacted Hammer.
I'll take the job. Now who am I rescuing?
An image of a young Eurasian woman with perfect features came up on the screen. She was standing in a poorly lit office. Ellie felt her heart race looking at her. Had she seen the woman at a club, she was the type that Ellie would have wanted to approach, but would have likely avoided out of fear of rejection. How would she explain to them that she was an elite hacker, but otherwise a misanthrope? Certainly, while it was more common now for people to be open about who they were attracted to, you didn't simply open with finding the other person attractive. It had never worked for her before, so Ellie rarely tried. Shaking her head, Ellie studied the room.
By the windows and the lighting. It's a west-facing office. Do you know the floor?
8th floor. The office belongs to Geneviève Gaucher.
When the information about Gaucher displayed, Ellie had to stifle a gasp.
You want me to break into the North American CEO's private office, rescue this woman, and get her undetected. I'm good, Hammer, but...
No buts. You're the best I've got, Miss Adelaide. Less my cut. The job is 16,000 Strickdals.
Ellie's eyes widened in shock. 16,000 Strickdals was more than she'd made in her entire career as a runner.
I can buy a condo in Playa del Rey for that much cred, Hammer. Who is she? And why is this woman so important?
Ms. Adelaide, I am not paying you to get information on the woman. The woman's name is Amy. Beyond that, the less you know, the better for you. This matter needs discretion and a whisper-light touch, if you'll pardon the term. Ms. Denoir trusted you, and you succeeded admirably. I did not wish to play this card, but time is of the essence. If you do not accept the job, there will be no other job opportunities from me.
Relax, Hammer. I'm a little paranoid, that's all. If I wasn't going to take the job, I wouldn't have called back. Is there a way I can reach her to let her know it's me?
I'm forwarding you an encryption key. Your codename is Angel.
Understood. I'm leaving now.
The connection was severed. Ellie headed to the pawn shop to get her gear out of Hawk. She was going to cut this very close. She only hoped that she wouldn't need the black ice that Ascension had given her. Ellie took a moment to look at the image of the woman again.
If she's not Ascension, who is she?